So, friends, our guests, my name is Pascal Olo. I'm trained as a civil engineer. Betty and I live in South Africa. We've been living in South Africa the last 30 years. And we started this business for a very simple reason. We wanted to make extra $200 a month because we realized that as an engineer and also when a family is growing, the income is rarely enough to meet the needs of the family. That's the reason we started the business. Very simple, to make an extra $200. But after doing the business part-time for 7 months, our income from the business reached my salary. That's when I really thought seriously about making it a full-time career. So in this presentation, we are going to explore what Neolife is. Betty and I have been very privileged in the last 29 years in this business. We started with the goal of making $200 a month because that's what I thought the business could do. But after 7 months, our income reached $1,000. And when it did, I thought that maybe this thing could really make a difference in our life. And I took the business very seriously. I read a lot of books, worked very hard. After 3 years, when the income from the business was 3 times my salary, I fired my boss. That was on the 27th September 1999 when I left employment. So we've been very privileged. We've been very glad God has helped our business to grow to different countries. We've had reliable financial income. We've achieved some level of independence. Our children have gone through good schools. They're finished. They're working now. So if you're a guest, I'd like you to join us in this journey. This is a journey of self-discovery for yourself and what your future holds for you. But let me introduce you to the company that made this possible. Neolife. Neolife is a company that started in 1958. Why and how did Neolife get started? It was founded by Jerry Brasfield. As a teenager, Jerry Brasfield had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him some natural remedies. And when his health improved, Jerry realized that there are many people who have got health issues which are related to a poor diet or poor nutrition. That's how the dream of Neolife started. And since then, the last 67 years, we have been pioneers in cellular nutrition. What is cellular nutrition? Cellular nutrition is a thought that your cells need to get good nutrients for you to be healthy. Diet is what you put in your mouth. Nutrition is what your cells actually get. So we've been pioneers in this method of providing nutrition for people by realizing that the cells have to get the nutrients it needs for the body to be healthy. We've also had 100 milestone achievements in terms of product development, in terms of research in the manufacturing of the products, the manufacturing processes, to make sure that our health supplements have got all the nutrition it needs from the different sources or the different food sources that the company uses to make our products. Based on a very simple principle, based in nature, backed by science. It means all our nutritional supplements, the raw materials come from the human food chain. We've had very exciting stories the last 67 years. In terms of products, the people who benefited from our products, and also in terms of the financial success that people have achieved in this business. About 2 weeks ago, I watched a short video of a lady in the US who started the business 48 years ago, and the business was in the second generation. And I think one of the family members moved to Australia. The person in Australia, one of the ladies in Nigeria contacted her by online method. She started the business. Nigeria now has got the largest business volume in the world in Neolife. So this business, you'll get very, very exciting stories. But what has kept our business going for all these years? We believe in the 5 basic corporate principles that undergird the success of our business. One is absolute honesty and integrity. We believe we need to tell our customers and the public about the truth about the products. Integrity is simply doing the right thing when nobody is watching. The second important principle is people are number one. The thing that we put ahead of anything else is people. The public, the staff members who work for the company, the distributors who join our business, and the customers that we supply products to. Those are the people who make this business work. The third principle is products that work. Because of the nature of our industry, we deal with customers on a one-to-one basis. That simply means when customers have questions, they need to be answered. And one of the things that helps the customers use a product year in, year out is the quality of the products. So Neolife put together a group of scientists called the Scientific Advisory Board, whose job is to ensure you've got the finest products in the marketplace. The fourth principle is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts this business at the same level, whether you're a man or a woman, old or young, whether you're black or white, whatever color you are, whether you are trained professionally, a plumber, 18, 81, a doctor, a scientist, anybody who is serious about their future is going to succeed in this industry. And then you need to have a long-range vision. What does that mean? When you start the business, give the business a 2 to 5 year horizon. In these 2 to 5 years, commit yourself to learning. Commit yourself to doing the business. Will you find people who don't understand the business? Yes, you will find. The idea is keep doing what you need to do to become successful. We've got people who've been in the business for over 40 years, some over 50, some over 30, some 20, some 10. So have a very long-term view of the business. This is the range of products that our companies distributes. We've got products that make you feel better. Which products are those? Those are the health supplements. The greatest, your greatest wealth in life is your health, because when your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. So we've got the health supplements. About 60% of our business volume is from the health supplements. Then you've got products that make you look better. This is a skin and beauty care product, the ones on the left. We've got hair. Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. There was a disruption in our connection. I apologize for that interruption. So we've got products that make you look better. The next thing we have are the products that help you live better. That is the cleaning range of products. Products that make you clean your home, your bathroom, your kitchen, your toilet, everything in your home that requires cleaning, we've got the products for you. The next thing is, these are the scientists who make sure we've got the best products available in the marketplace. The Scientific Advisory Board. It was founded by Dr. Arthur First, the late, one of the best scientists in the last century. And he is one of the scientists who developed the treatment of cancer using chemotherapy. But he knew that chemo really destroys the human body also. So he designed a new product called BetaGuard that helps people who are going through cancer treatment. We've got scientists who are experts in technology, manufacturing, nutrition, sports science, quality. You've got the best scientists in the marketplace to make sure you've got the best products around. I spoke about cellular nutrition earlier. Nutrition begins with your cells. That's where nutrition begins. If you take vitamin C, that is called diet. When it arrives in your cells, it's called nutrition. So your cell membrane needs to be soft and permeable to take in nutrients and remove waste. If your cell membrane is not soft and permeable, nutrients don't go in, waste does not come out. And that's a challenge. You get a sick cell. But what is the solution to this? The solution to this is a product that helps your cells to absorb nutrients efficiently. You also have products that give you the nutrients it needs, strengthens your immune system, helps you to reduce inflammation. This is ProVitality. What is ProVitality? ProVitality is a combo of products, 4 different products. One is called the 3NN, which is a green capsule. It helps your cells to absorb nutrients efficiently. The second one is carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex is the brown capsule. It's made from the red colored fruits and vegetables, apples, tomatoes, berries, carrots. This product strengthens your immune system. The third one is the omega-3 salmon plus. Omega-3 is made from fish oil. It helps reduce inflammation in the body. Very good for the brain, for your joints, for your heart. Then you've got the multi-mineral vitamin complex, the green tablet. This is the best product that you can start with if you're starting a nutrition program. The next range of products is a home care range. This is products that helps you to make your home clean. The product on the left, Super 10, is a heavy-duty cleaner, the yellow liquid. You mix it 1 to 10. It means 1 liter of the product will give you 11 liters of the usable product. Super 10 helps you in heavy-duty cleaning. If you've got stains on your carpet, if you've got stains in your kitchen, in the bathroom, if you have toilet bowl which hasn't been cleaned for a long time, spray Super 10, let it stay for a while, and then come and clean it. You clean it with a product called LDC, which is light duty concentrate. LDC is the one on the right with the red color. LDC, you mix 1 to 5. It means 1 liter of LDC will give you 6 liters of the usable product. In our home, we use LDC to clean the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, the tile. I use it for showering. I use it to shave. I use it to wash the car. It's a multi-purpose cleaning product. Then you have the Care solution. Care is a disinfectant. You mix it 1 to 50. It's very, very concentrated. Then you have this product which is called Supergrow. Supergrow is a product that helps farmers to increase their yield. It's very versatile and very economical. 1 liter of Supergrow you mix with 1,000 liters of water before you apply it in the farm. It's very safe and easy to handle. You just put it in the pump and spray your crops. And then it's multi-purpose. It can be used both indoors and outdoors, and it's got proven performance. Then we have the skincare range of products. We've got products to detoxify and cleanse your skin. You see, the skin is in a constant state of renewal. So the old skin dies and the new skin comes in. You need something to nourish the skin, to keep the skin moist, to balance, and to protect from the elements. We've talked about the company. We've talked about the products. Let's look at the business model. How do we make money in this business? A very simple business idea. But before you start the business, the thing that will drive you to succeed in our business is a dream. You need to have a dream. Why is that important? Having a dream is what helps you to grow and sustain your business. Okay? Maybe your dream is to buy a new car. Your dream is to travel. Your dream is to build a home for your family. Your dream is to have financial freedom. All these things are dreams that people want. But now the business becomes a vehicle to achieve your dreams. What do we do on a daily basis to grow our business? Very simple. We do 3 things. We call them the 3 daily success habits. The first is we use the products ourselves. Why is that important? First, we are supporting our own business. Secondly, whether you're in Neolife or not, at the end of this month, you're going to buy some cleaning material. You'll buy something to clean your dishes, to wash your house, the tiles, your carpets. You might as well do that by supporting your own business. The other reason why you need to buy the products is the people who you're recommending the products to want to know that you also believe in what you recommend. The second thing you do is you share the products and the opportunity. Simply means you introduce the products to your friends and relatives. Some of them will be interested to be business builders. They join your team as business builders. And the third thing we do every day is personal development. That simply means we take time to learn, we take time to become better. Training, attending conferences, reading, and getting more knowledge about what the business is about. Let's look at this in practice. Step number one, you register with the company as a distributor. When you do, you buy the products from the company at a discount of about 18%, and you use the products yourself. The next thing you do is you start recommending the products to your friends, relatives, and neighbors. In this example, you've recommended to your friends, relatives, and neighbors 3NN, which is the foundation for good nutrition because it helps your cells to absorb nutrients. What is this 102 PV? 102 PV means 102 point value. Because Neolife operates in over 50 countries around the world, we use the PV system to standardize business measurement. So in any country where Neolife is doing business, 3NN 60 capsules is 17 PV. In this example, you've got 6 customers who buy 17 PV each. In total, you've generated 102 PV, and your income is about $30 a month. That is a profit you earn from selling to your customers and friends. The next thing you do is you begin to share the business. That simply means you introduce your friend, your relative, your neighbor to be independent distributors who use and promote the products. So you build a business in this model, you generate 1,000 PV, the others generate 250, 250, 250 as an example. If you do this, you become a senior manager and your income is about $300 a month. How quickly can you do this? It depends on how quickly you're hungry and desirous to become successful. The next thing you do is begin to duplicate yourself. It simply means you teach your friend, your relative, your neighbor also to build a team of their own. Eventually, they'll be doing 1,000 PV. If you build this model and you reach 4,000 PV, you become a director, and your income is between $500 and $750. That's what the business level you reach. Then you keep duplicating yourself. Through training and mentorship, you teach all these people you brought into the business. Your friends, your relatives, your neighbor becomes director like yourself. When they do, you become a world team member and your income, let me just sort out the screen. It looks like somebody is sending a lot of all right. So you join the business and you help your friends, your relatives, your neighbors to reach director level. If you've got 3 directors in your team and you're also a director, you become a world team member, your income goes to between 15 and 3,000 US dollars a month. If you want to earn more income, you need to duplicate the process further to build other directors in your group. If you do that, you become a president's team member. And as a president's team member, your income goes way beyond $6,000 a month. And that is an income. It's an exciting income. It requires a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and a lot of work. So at this juncture, I want to invite one of our very successful distributors from the East African region. I've known this gentleman for a very long time, and he is, I'll make him a host. Fred, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself. Hi, Fred.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, and you?
I'm excited.
Yes, you look like you're very excited after the stories I've heard of your sessions at Norfolk Hotel. I think
Oh,
everybody who's
yes.
attending this meeting would like to know what happened. So, Fred, take it away.
Thank you, Pascal. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for your consistency in giving us good sessions on a weekly basis. We don't take it for granted. Twice a week, that is major, major, major. Guys, if we could only duplicate Pascal in consistency, we'd be very, very far, all of us on this call. So my name is Fred Gichuki. I joined this business a long time ago. I joined this business in 1996, October to be precise. And I was introduced by a gentleman I truly respect and somebody who really got me when I was down there. He's a pastor. He's called Mr. Hansi Kronye. And he had come all the way from South Africa and they were introducing the company to Kenya. And at the time I was in my 20s, I was broke. I really didn't have money even for starting the business. But I wanted a better life. I wanted a better life. I'd gone to school. I had studied hard. I'd done a higher diploma in management. And I went looking for something to do. I expected to become a manager. And instead of becoming a manager, I became a cook, waiter, receptionist in that order. And my first salary was 4,000 shillings. I expected it to be at least 40, but it was only four. And I kept changing jobs, looking for greener pastures like all employees do. And I found myself working as a receptionist earning 10K, which was much better than where I started, but still very, very little. I was working in Lavington Green, so most of that money went to bus fare, about 6,000 shillings. So I would be stuck with about 4K a month. And that was not a very good situation to be in. And I share this story because I know many people on this call, the guests who on this call, are probably on this same journey. And even the distributors who have just joined are probably on this same journey, whereby you've just maybe graduated, started working, and you're finding that the money you are being paid is not sufficient for your expenses, let alone trying to invest anything or even achieving your dreams. And I was in this situation of quiet desperation. And this is why you see things are not working in your favor, but there is not much you can do about it. And what added insult to injury was the fact that I would see some of my colleagues who are not very serious in class, who had gotten very good jobs because they had very tall relatives. You see, in Kenya, it's not the papers you have, it's the height of your relative that matters, you know? If you have a tall relative and you have weak papers, you'll get a better job than somebody who has very good papers but a short relative. You know what I mean? And I found myself in this situation seeing some of the C students in my class get very good jobs. And it built a lot of frustration in me. And it reached a point whereby when I would go to church, I was going to talk man to man to Sir God and asking him, why did you forget me? I've done my part. Kindly, please, can you uplift me? Can you do yours? Because I felt like I'd been forgotten. And there I was in that particular very challenging situation. And a stranger came and offered me this opportunity. And he told me, Fred, would you like to make some money on a part time basis? Now, one thing that really got me going, one of the main reasons why I said yes on the very same day that he offered me this opportunity is because I was in that challenging situation. I had serious nightmares. One of my nightmares was working in the hotel industry and you're a receptionist. The hotel industry doesn't respect people very well because you find that you really don't have a job description. You are a receptionist, but if guests come and there are many, you have to assist the porters in carrying the luggage to their rooms and settling them in. And I used to flash forward and see myself, see my children coming to see dad at his place of work. Because that time I was single, I was still in my 20s. And then they see me carrying luggage for Wazungus and taking them to the room. And that time I'm telling them that education is a key to success. And that thing used to wake me up sweating. And I would say, no, that is not the future that I want. But my kids grow up, they find me doing something that is respectable, that is giving me an income, a decent income, and it's also dignified. So that even when I tell them that education pays, they can actually see that education pays. Yeah. And this gentleman found me. He told me, Fred, look at this. It can work for you. Now, what did I get from Neolife, or what are the benefits? What have been the benefits of Neolife? Now, before I get to the benefits, there's a process of success. You know, sometimes when you hear testimonies, you think that people say abracadabra and you become successful, you become a millionaire, and you become no, 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 no. It's far from the truth. For you to succeed, you have to go through the process of success. And I went through the process. I started talking to people, started with my family, my brothers, my sisters. They thought I was crazy. They told me, Fred, you like wasting money. You've tried so many businesses which have failed. Why don't you focus on your career and continue and try to graduate and become a manager like what you are trained to be? And my friends, they started mocking me. They were calling me a quack. I remember one of them telling, I have pain on my hair. What can you give me for pain hair? And they were mocking me and making fun of me and telling me, you are a fool. You are conned by that Mzungu. And you gave him your entire pay. And he promised you that one day you'll drive a car. Where is that car? You know? And I went through it. And one thing I want to tell, especially the new distributors, people don't understand your dreams. You're the only one who knows what your dreams are. You're the only one who knows where the shoe pinches. People may look at you and think that you're well together, everything of yours is working well because maybe you're dressing well, you're smelling nice, maybe you're even driving a nice car. But they don't know that all these things are mortgages, you have loans, you have car loans, you have an extended family that is harassing your life, and you're always stressed up, you have a boss that is putting you to the wall. All these things, people may not see it. They look at the outward appearance. And when you get involved in this business, they will try to ridicule you, try to bring you down, and really try to take you back to where you are because they don't understand your dreams. But for you to succeed, you have to be stubborn in a nice way. So long as what you're doing is honest, it is legal, it's been done before, and it's working for other people, it will also work for you. So long as you give it time, you go through the process, you work on yourself, you learn the skills of this business. Because friends, this business, there are some skills that you need to learn, and Pascal has talked about them, and I know he's going to conclude with some more. There are some skills that you have to learn. It's like riding a bicycle. You come in and you learn the skills, you start practicing the skills, and you make money. There's a process to it. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich sure scheme. And I went through the process, started making some money. I remember my first check was 300 bob. Went home with it. They laughed their heads off. But my sponsor told me the more you talk, the more the zeros on your check. So my second check continued growing. It went to 3,000. In about 7 months, I was at 30,000 Kenya shillings, and I was excited. Earning 10,000 shillings, and part time you're earning 30K. 30 plus 10, that's 40K. I tell you, life started changing. The title was more exciting than even the money because I had a badge written director. So my boss would sometimes harass me and tell me, Fred, you are late, you're very stupid, you are what? And I would say, yes, sir, but I would make sure I move closer to him so that he sees that I'm a director somewhere where he's not. And that used to give me a lot of satisfaction. The business gives you the value that you deserve. When you develop in this business, it doesn't matter how tall your relative is or whether you have a relative or not. It doesn't matter whether you're educated or not educated. All those things do not matter. What matters are your work habits, your persistence, your resilience, and your ability of sticking to it no matter what people say. And I stuck to it, believe you me. I kept talking to people. No matter what they said, I kept talking. When I became a director, started saving some money. This taught me how to save. I read a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And I tell you, I started saving money. When I got to 100,000, I took a loan times 3 and I bought my first car. I remember it was a Toyota 100 KAK 252Z, fantastic car. I tell you, that car, I really enjoyed that car. You can imagine driving in your 20s. And, when I was building this business, and I just share this with you to show you that there is always an opportunity cost when you decide. I was young, and as a young man, you want to date, you want to have a girlfriend and that kind of girlfriends, because they wondered where was I going in the evening, talking about business. And that was a challenge. But the moment I bought a car, now things changed. Now my value went up and things started changing. There is always a price to pay. Sometimes you might lose some friends, but let me tell you, the truth is, you cannot be successful unless you sacrifice something in your life. You can never be successful. And even if you have to change your friends, if you have some friends who are very negative and who are trying to pull you down, and I've had this conversation with many of my distributors, where they have friends at their place of work who are negative, who keep on pulling them down, I tell them, don't talk to them about the business. Let them do them and you do you. And let's see, give it another 2 years. Let's see who will be smiling at the end of the day. So I continued doing the business, and I started developing directors in my team, and I became a world team member. Changed. My income skyrocketed. I started getting to 80K and above. And I continued building it, got to the 6-figure income, and life changed. Let me tell you, we were given a trip to South Africa. I remember it very well. We were given an incentive. We were told, become a world team member. You get a check of 100,000 Kenya shillings, pocket money, and you are paid for a trip to South Africa. I talked my head off. I really worked on it. First year, I didn't make it, but eventually I did. And I found myself in that plane. And I was seated next to Anyang and Kereitu Murungi, who are also world team members in Neolife. And we were going for the same meeting. And let me tell you guys, I was pinching myself, asking myself, is this the Fred Gichuki I knew? I remember we had been told to be at the airport at 5 a.m. I was actually there at 3 a.m. because I didn't want to blunder. I knew one thing. If I slept and woke up at 7, by whatever chance, I would have missed a golden opportunity. And since one of my dreams was to get into a plane and go somewhere, I was meaning with that. Made sure I was at the airport very early. We were told to stay in the parking lot. And the baridi, my friend, the cold that was there. By the time I got into the plane, I would put an orbit in my mouth and it would chew itself. That's how serious it was. But I had to be there. I had to make sure I was there before time so that the plane may not leave me. And that was the beginning of travel. Since then, I've been able to travel to so many destinations. I've been abroad. I've been to America twice and I came back. I remember we stayed at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Americans themselves save for a lifetime just to go to Las Vegas, let alone Africans. I remember that time a room was costing $999. That's about $1,000 a night for Fred Gichuki to spend a night. We were being entertained by Celine Dion. Life changed in a big way. I've been to the UK, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Mauritius, I've been to South Africa so many times, I've been to Nigeria, I've been to Hong Kong, China. Life has changed. Now, what else have I gotten? In the spirit of saving and investing, today I have so many properties. I'm a landlord courtesy of this business. Life has totally changed. Cars have upgraded severally, and things that were dreams to me before because I said yes opportunity. Now, what excites me is that I have people in my team who are earning serious money. I have people in my team who are earning a six-figure income. And that to me is just so exciting. Can you imagine having somebody in your team earning a six-figure income because you showed them something to do on a part-time basis and they ran with it and they are making good money out of it? Let me tell you, I normally say, hata saa God, the two small madhambis that we do, anaweza forgive, aseme at least tunasaidia watu wake watengeneze pesa. This is an amazing business, guys. It's a business like no other. On Saturday, we were at the Norfolk Hotel. Now, since I joined Neolife, I had never stepped into the Norfolk Hotel. We've been all over, in all the hotels in Nairobi and the Mombasa as well. Never been to the Norfolk Hotel, and the company took us there. And let me tell you, that place was just a wow. I tell you, we had a fantastic session, unlike any other we've ever had in this country. And we were there with senior managers, young people. I remember sharing with a young man called Brighton, a third-year student with a senior manager in the business who is making money on a monthly basis. He's a third-year student, and he was at the Norfolk Hotel with us. And I was just looking at him and thinking, third-year student, already enjoying lifestyle. How is his life to be in another 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? Where will he be? I tell you, his life will be incredible. He will be so far ahead of his peers. They'll never see him again. We were in Tanzania early this month, and we were there and we saw young people. Let me tell you, young people making serious money, 20-year-olds, 21-year, 22-year-olds, driving cars. Can you imagine driving cars? And I said, this business has come of age. We saw a young girl, I think 32 years of age, earning 1 point something million, I think 1.2 million. But the one that took the cake, and for me was just, I tell you, this was amazing. A young girl who stood up and told us that on a monthly basis, she saves 685,000 Kenya shillings, saving, not earning, saving 685,000 Kenya shillings. Her check is sitting at 2.2 million Kenya shillings, 2.5 million Kenya shillings. And I said to myself, don't we have an opportunity with an income potential? If you're here, I want to tell you, this is the right time to say yes. Don't even think about it. Don't consult anybody. You've been praying for an opportunity. Like I said when I started, you are the one who is sitting on that nail. You are the one who is being harassed because of school fees, because of rent, you're the one who knows your challenge and you need to come out of those challenges. And I can tell you, Neolife will give you whatever figure you need. If there's somebody, 34-year-old, who is earning 2.5 million out as far as your monthly expenses, as far as the challenges that you have, what is the figure that you need to get? Neolife will give it to you. Like I said, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-sure scheme. But the exciting thing is this: you have mentors, you have people who have done it, who are ready to train you, who are ready to show you the way, who are ready to help you to succeed. In the corporate world, more money than your boss, what happens? He steps on your head. If you're looking for a promotion because he feels threatened, he will even throw you out. The amount of politics is incredible. If you go to normal business and you start a business and suddenly you're better than your competitors, they feel jealous. They want to get you out of the business because our business. You come in the trick, we tell you, don't do this, do that, and you will make money. I tell you, there is no other business like Neolife, opportunity like Neolife, and what it can do for you. The greatest favor yourself is to say yes, get in, get started. Just think about it. If I didn't say yes, my friend, I shudder to think. I think I would still be employed, struggling, carrying luggage, and doing all manner of things. And I would be complaining about the weather, the economy, and everything in between. And really, my life would be so challenged. But today, life is different. So if you are here and you are looking at it for the first time, get started. If you are here and you're a distributor, the business has just started. The business in Kenya, the business in East Africa has just started. Focus on your business, attend training, take action on any little thing that you learn, take action on it. Do what you have to do. Come out of your comfort zone. Do the best that you can, and God will bless the works of your hand. It's in the book. If you do your part, God will bless the works of your hand. But if you don't work, then you don't get the blessings. So pay the price, and the price will come at the end of the day. So thank you so much. God bless you. The future looks bright. We are looking towards Egypt. And even you today as a guest, work it out. Next year, we'll be with you in a plane to Egypt. Thank you all, and back to you, Pascal.
Fred, thank you very much for your wonderful story. Always very, very inspiring. And the guests
Pascal, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I think Pascal is having a challenge in unmuting.
Hello?
Few minutes. I'm sure he'll get back to us in a moment. But guys, I want to tell you that this opportunity can transform your life. If you trust the person who invited you, listen to them. Don't look at where they are today, because they're in the process of success. And sometimes when you're in the process of success, you may not look like a success yourself. But remember, they are in the process, and they are changing day in, day out. If you saw me when I started, I did not look like anything like success. In fact, I look at my photos, and I wonder even what my upline saw in me, because I didn't look like anything like success. But because of the training, because of the growth that you get in your life, you change, you become better, you become a leader, and with time, you succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So don't look at the messenger, look at the message. Back to you, Pascal.
Thank you, Fred. Can you hear me now? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was such a wonderful story. I'm always very inspired to listen to Fred's story. Every time I listen to it, there's some new twist and a new excitement into his story. We've joined the business in the same year. We really appreciate your story, Fred. One of the things Fred has talked about is traveling. If you really want to travel, this is the business for you. Neolife will take you to very many different destinations. For example, next year in May, we are going to Egypt. Those of you who want to see one of the ancient historical countries, work hard to get underqualified to go to Egypt. Another thing the company really spends time and money on is building of leadership. Once you reach a certain level in the business, the company takes you away for 4 days, paid for by the company, the 5-star hotel, where you learn how to become a leader. In the East African region, the last business school was in Mombasa. The Southern African region, the leadership school was in Pretoria, South Africa. And in different regions in West Africa, because the teams are larger there, some are in Ghana, some in Togo, and some in Nigeria. So we train people how to become leaders in this business. How do you get started? If you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form which you're going to fill. You need some initial investment to get your business starter kit. If you're in Botswana, you need between 750 and 1,500 pula. In South Africa, 950 to 2930 rand. In Kenya, 9,500 or 9,007 or 12,000 Kenya shillings. In Nigeria, 68,000 or 100,000 naira. In Tanzania, 172,000 or 226,000 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, it's 250,000 or 290,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, $75 In Togo, 47,000 or 65,000 francs CFA. In Italy, 64 euros. In Ghana, 900 or 1,460 Ghanaian cedis. In Cameroon is 61,000 or 76,000 CFA. In Namibia is 1,010 or 2,120 Namibian dollars. This is what you need to start your business in whichever country you're based. Very important thing that Fred talked about, you have to take charge of your life. This is, as I said, this is not a get rich quick business, but it's a get rich sure business. Flexible schedule. You determine when and how hard you want to work. Don't quit whatever you're doing at the moment. Just manage your time well. Then you work from home. You don't need an office to build this business. You work from your home. Your home is an office. In fact, this business is a mobile office. If you move to a different country, you just carry your business starter kit with you. You save money because you buy the products at a discount. Residual income. Residual income simply means the money you're earning today is from the effort you put in yesterday. Quality time with your family, because this is a family-oriented business. Financial freedom. If you really want to be financially free, this is a business for you. Financial freedom simply means that you have options. And this is what money does for you. You be your own boss. When you start this business, our recommendation is make this business your boss. That means you need to have discipline and speak to people about the business on a daily basis. International travel, Neolife will send you to different destinations as long as you qualify for them. Education for your children, personal development. One of the things I've really benefited from in this business is the personal development, to be a better person, read more books, expand my horizon, and look at life with a different lens. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what our business is. If you're a guest, get back to the person who invited you. They will show you what to do in the business. And we thank you for spending your evening with us. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. What decision are you going to make? Thank you. Good night and God bless. And Fred, thank you very much for your wonderful story. And we wish you everybody success.